Howdy, howdy! It's your friend, Friendy Leah, here to show you how I make storyboards and / animatics, both. I don't know. This is primarily how I make my animatics. I don't like to go off of music, show-tuney, Broadway type of musicals, or just music in general for my animatics, since I am aiming for a kind of cartoon series type dealio. 10 minutes to 20 minutes worth of stuff is what I try to go for. And I find it much more funner and fulfilling that way, since it's all me and I don't have to work off of somebody else's material and be chained to whatever music or song I'm thinking of. It's a great way to start, though. Don't get me wrong, going off of music is a great way to hone your skills into storyboarding. It's just not what I'm going for or enjoy. The tools I use: Clip Paint EX. I use it for drawing and resizing boards for YouTube and TV size. I use a storyboard template I made within Clip Paint a few years ago. I use it primarily for timing. This whole page equals up to 1 minute and or more depending on the action of the characters. I have it for download in the description below. Through the Clip Paint Asset Store, of course, though. Adobe Premiere Elements 10. I use it for tweening, panning, zooming in, and zooming out. Unlike Adobe products today, this one was a one-time purchase. I bought it back in 2012, and the Elements label to Adobe stuff is usually like lower end, and it just works out for me. I use Audacity for recording, scratch audio, and editing audio from other actors. And sites that helped me as well. The Clip Paint Asset Store has a lot of free-to-use backgrounds and stuff, and brushes and things, and it's a fantastic place for resources for drawing and stuff for boards. Free Sound. It has a lot of free sound effects. I recommend it. And Casting Call Club. Oh, I can't afford voice actors. I guess I have to use AI. Shh. You don't. As long as you're transparent with your projects, you don't have to use AI. Not only will it help you to learn to work with voice actors for directing and other type things in the future, it helps new voice actors to hone their skills. Most, if not all, new voice actors understand this. Voice actors are cool as heck, and it adds so much to the character you have no idea. Also, you don't have to deal with all of that AI flack BS if you use AI, so just don't do it, man. Honestly, I would just voice out everything myself because I like the sound of my own voice, like I've been saying before. But also, it's just fun voicing out your own characters. I tell you, man, I do highly recommend it. If you can voice out all your characters, go for it. It's funny, it's fun, and it gives a general idea for directing other actors in case they don't get a good read of the characters and how they should be saying so. But always use that as a last resort if you do that. Leave it up to the actors to actually bring something to the characters. Let's get on to how I actually storyboard now that we got the tools out of the way. Alright, I don't want to sound like a complete lunatic, but I'm going to sound like a complete lunatic here. Basically, I would get the scene in my mind of how the characters are, and then I would just stroll my little self in there like a director in an actual film place or set or whatever, and be like, action, and let's go. And just have it play out the scene, and however long, and then see which camera angles look good and stuff in my mind. Is that weird? Probably, but it helps a lot. Do my characters mind? Yeah, they do. Sometimes they question me. I'm like, no, shh, go on. Let it, magic's happening. Shh. So whatever the character's doing, I draw it down, and that is considered the script. My scripts, somehow, always, turn into comic pages, which is a blessing and a curse. Frick me, my cat, I don't know what he did. It's a blessing, as in I could probably make a comic page out of my storyboard, and there you go. The curse would be that I have to make the comic page to make the storyboard. It's like a double the work. Yikes. I then work off the comic pages and draw them into the board. Sometimes a lot of things change in this stage, or the camera angles change. All for the better, though. Sometimes, usually when I'm streaming, I skip the comic pages and just jump right down to boarding. When I do it that way, the character's dialogue moves too fast for the action I have planned for them, so I have to write the dialogue down first, and then go back and draw out the planned things of what they're saying within each dialogue thing. I don't know. Now, I try not to draw the backgrounds in the little panels because I blow the main pictures up into an actual, like, formatable thing for television / YouTube, whatever it is, and I blow them up and then I make the backgrounds there because I have to see which camera angle I'm going to be moving, if I'm going to move the background or the characters. It helps that way when editing. So after I've done all of that, I go ahead and drag on all the images into Adobe Elements, Premiere Elements, whatever, and then I get to editing that way, and it's just a combination of drag and dropping, baby. So I'm going to show you short snippets, examples of the animatics I've done using these methods.
Hey, Dad! This guy's trying to steal business from you!
What? I'm not!
He also said I'm ugly and I smell like poo-poo. I'm crying!
You have a problem with my daughter?
Well, actually, sir, she wasn't telling the truth, so...
So now she's lying.
Nice, clean, crisp, wouldn't you say? Well, what if I told you I used to do all of this on paper? It sure looks bad, but it gets the job done, making the characters move and all that. All with just paper and some editing software. Here's an example of the paper version compared to the clean, crisp version.
Hey, Dad! This guy's trying to steal business from you!
What? I'm not!
He also says I'm ugly. I'm crying.
You got a problem with my daughter? Well, actually, sir, she wasn't telling the truth. So you're saying she's a liar?
Wow, I haven't had my fill of cringe in quite a while, which was like 5 seconds ago. But here is an even earlier board that you can cringe with me.
They could come at any second. Who? Oh, hey, never mind. You said you didn't have any powers yet? Would you like to learn how to use my powers? What? How would I use your powers? They're yours. I have my ways. Here, you can hold my staff.
Endearing, great, rad, dying. As long as I can understand it though, it's all Gucci. If I make an animatic out of my boards to show the internet, I'll go out of my way to make it like clean and the character action to be more clear and stuff. I make animatics for timing purposes mainly, but secondly to practice my shorthand. I will say that I don't like using the storyboarder software that's free out there. For me, it's just not for me. Also, my computer hates it. What's that one program? Storyboardy Pro? That's really heckin' expensive. I can't do that. A lot of people say, like, in the industry, like, oh, paper clips, paper post-it notes. That's the post-it notes, that they're great or whatever. I've used post-it notes. Hate it. I don't like it. But I get it. It's just not for me. We all have our own different methods and stuff, and I'm curious to know your guys' method. And I love you platonically. Have a lovely, awesome always. Okay, bye. I'll probably stream tomorrow. I don't know. Seriously, Quarter, what the heck is going... Can I help you? No, keep going. Ugh.